the multiple women who have accused the president of sexual assault, a ruling that her defamation case can move forward. A former Playboy model wants to speak out about her alleged months-long affair with the president. And a lie detector test for the adult film star who also says she had sex with the president back when he was, in her words, just a goofy reality TV star. That, of course, is Stormy Daniels, the client of Michael Avenatti, who's back with us, along with Trump lawyer Michael Cohen's attorney and friend David Schwartz. So, Michael, you mentioned this section 8.6 that says the agreement has to be signed by all parties to be enforceable. David points to this clause right before the line on the NDA in which the pseudonym for Donald Trump is used, and it says and or, meaning this, what I guess from your interpretation, meaning not only does Stormy Daniels have to sign it, her pseudonym, Michael Cohen, but and or Donald Trump. And that line is not signed. And or would seem to indicate either he can sign it or not.
And or is a term of art, Anderson, under California law, and it's actually in the conjunctive. It's in the plural. And even if it wasn't, if the intent was to actually allow for the or, then Mr. Cohen reversed it. It should have, the EC should have been second, not first. That's actually the proper interpretation in the English language. But I want to go back to this argument, because in a nutshell, here's the argument. Their argument is a deal is a deal. That's the argument. A deal is only a deal if there was initially a deal. And our position is there was initially no deal. Let me give you an analogy. This is like one of your viewers goes out and they buy a 4-bedroom home, and they pay a significant amount of money for that home. They show up to move in, and the people that sold them the home say, you're only getting one of the 4 bedrooms, but we have a deal because you're getting one of the 4 bedrooms. That's this argument. Because they paid $130,000, and because my client got $130,000, they say a deal is a deal. She didn't get all the consideration, Anderson. She didn't get bedroom 2, 3, or 4 in the deal. There was no deal.
Well, tell that to the judge.
It is. Well, I'm looking forward to telling it to this judge. I'm looking forward to telling it to Judge Otero.
Okay.
The federal district court judge in Los Angeles, and let me tell you why. Because I have a little bit of experience before Judge Otero. And I'm also aware of a 2010-2011 case that he decided where the parties did not sign the agreement. Just like this, where you don't have Donald Trump sign the agreement. And I am highly confident that we're going to prevail as it relates to this.
If it's going to take him that long to explain it to the judge, he's in big trouble. All right, you're going to go down in flames on this case. There's no question about it.
I love it when my opponents tell me
there's a contract. There's a contract here. The parties signed the contract. Stormy, or whatever her name is, signed it on your side, and EC LLC signed it on this side. And you know what? Let's forget about the and of the or for a second. You cannot assert a right when you obtain a benefit. You waive that right. You waive all your rights. She obtained the benefit under the contract. She received the bargain that she bargained for.
Did Michael Cohen violate the non-disclosure agreement by publicly discussing it and saying that, confirming in fact that he had paid $130,000?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He didn't violate because it was already she had already violated the.
Well, no, it had been leaked to the Wall Street Journal.
Well, she had violated the contract already.
How had she violated the contract?
Because she leaked it. I mean, she's the one that was out there leaking the information.
But how do you know she was leaking the information?
Well, I guess it's going to come out in court, right?
Why would she accept $130,000 in a non-disclosure agreement and then leak the information 15 months later?
Because she's out for more money now. She sees a lot more money. However, and you're basically.
But you have no evidence she actually leaked the information.
I'm assuming she did.
But you know what they say about people that are
clearly she was out there breaking this non-disclosure agreement. And you know what's going to happen? She is going to. You're advising your client to break a contract. You're advising. So he puts in his papers how unethical Michael Cohen is, which I've never even seen in a complaint before. I don't know why you go through this whole ordeal.
Because I meant it.
But guess what?
Because I meant it.
Guess what?
Because I meant it.
You're the one that's committing malpractice. You're the one that's telling your client to break a contract. And you know what? You're the one. So I hope you have a good malpractice policy, because when she owes $20 million, she should go after you to collect the money.
Anderson, you know the last time an attorney pointed at me like this and made threats like this? I tagged him for $454 million. And this is going to be another instance. And let me just ask this. Let me ask this, okay?
Please do.
You're a very passionate guy, okay, on behalf of your friend, Michael Cohen.
My client.
Okay, your client, Michael Cohen.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. If Michael Cohen is such a stand-up guy, where is he? No. Where is this guy? Why won't he come and sit? Why won't he come and sit in this chair? Wait a minute, let me finish.
There's other. I want to answer that question.
Let me finish. Because he's been invited numerous times.
Okay.
He won't come on the show. So he's dodging the question.
He is not dodging
the question. He has to hide behind you. Where is this guy?
There are other investigations going on. I knew there was some sort of problem.
Where is this guy?
I was wondering what was in that brown envelope.
Where is he?
He's going to come out.
He
can't wait. Believe me, he can't wait to come here and sit with you and talk about this case.
Can't wait. He can give an interview to Vanity Fair, but he can't come on this show.
This is an airtight contract.
Okay, let me ask. Michael Cohen, in an interview in Vanity Fair now, he did talk to Vanity Fair. It doesn't come on this program, but he did talk to Vanity Fair, said that he would have done this at any time, that this had nothing to do with the election, because this thing was signed, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks right before the election, right? The Access Hollywood tape had come out. There was all the agita about it. Michael Cohen said it had nothing to do with the timing, it had nothing to do with the election. If Michael Cohen had years to make an agreement with Stormy Daniels. I mean, 2011, there was a In Touch magazine article that got killed. If Michael Cohen had felt the need to make a non-disclosure agreement with Stormy Daniels, he had 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16. Why should anyone honestly believe this had nothing to do with the election?
Because this is when she came out and threatened to disclose this information. The deal was made. It had everything to do with reputation, with family, with business reputation.
Nothing to do with the election.
All of those items, why a person would enter into a non-disclosure agreement.
It's just a coincidence that this was some 2 weeks before the election?
But coincidence isn't the standard of law. There has to be proof. There has to be proof that it was done because of an election. And clearly it was being done to save the person's reputation so they don't have to go through litigation and to protect their family.
Michael, did this have anything to do with the election?
Absolutely. It had everything to do with the election. There's no question about it. You have to look at the timing. I mean, it is obvious as it is clear as day. And we keep hearing about how airtight this agreement is. Yep. It's one of the sloppiest drafted NDAs. It includes superfluous language. It's got language in there about paternity issues. If this is so carefully drafted by Mr. Cohen, we've stated unequivocally there are no paternity issues. If this is so carefully drafted by his client, why include language about paternity issues if it's so carefully drafted? This agreement is supposedly so airtight. I hope the next time I get on a commercial plane, it's a little more airtight than this, because otherwise it's going to fall out of the sky.
The viewers aren't seeing the agreement. This is an airtight agreement. It's an excellent agreement.
Right,
Lawyers have reviewed this.
Let's take another quick break. We'll have more of this conversation in just a moment.